Now all what we need, user enter his name, email, password, and we pass all this information with the picture URL to the server. So how we do that? For sure we need to have a synchronous task. So to do that, I will go to the my file that I work with now, and I just continue copying from the line 168, and I go down and to this line, to the 242. Just copy them, go back and add this line. It's better to add them by the end, so you will not have problem. So yes, this is not it's not something important. It's just a synchronous task. A synchronous task working in background, sending HTTP request to any URL you want, getting the data from the URL, convert this data from stream to string for converting string to byte. This is not something important, just we need to convert. So after we convert the data, I just pass this data to process, and the process will do some operation. So before I do this, let me make sure I'm calling after I load image. What I will do, so I just go back. Let me just remove this hide one I just added before a few seconds. Just take it off. So what you will do, first of all, you just define your URL. You need to register the user. You remember what we did when register user in the local. What we did, you say localhost. If you remember, we say localhost, localhost. Then we just put some information for register and other stuff. I don't remember the register. This is the register information. We passed the information for the user, first name, and all this information in the URL. Same thing, I will use same URL, same parameter, but I just will replace, you remember, just any localhost will replace by 10.222. So I just go here, I just use same URL 10.0.2.2 just instead of localhost, because I'm using emulator. Then this is my username, this is the folder, and this is the register. What I would send to the register PHP, if you see, I'm sending the first name and the email of the user and the password and the picture. What you will see here, you will see the picture and the username. Username may be 2 words, and the picture use URL. So if you go directory here and you say first name will be Hussein space Ahmed, this will not work. This will not work with PHP. You will have an error. That will not be saved. He will save only Hussein. He will not save Ahmed. He will not pass it. So to fix that, you do encoding. So what I will do here, if you see, I have a name. So I just take the name. I just do Java URL encoding. I just take the username, any name entered in the box, any name entered, I just do encoding for the UTF-8. And also same thing for the URL for the image. You see URL image have HTTP and have slash and other thing. So you cannot pass through URL specific HTTP. Inside HTTP you pass another, you cannot say in this way. You cannot say HTTP slash for example google.test.jpg. This will not work because this will consider as a slash, will not consider it as a query. So it's better to do encoding for that. Same thing, I did encoding for the URL. So now the image and the URL, I just encode them. After I encode them, I call it register asynchronous task. I just pass it to the asynchronous task. So what did the asynchronous task? I thought, as you said, we just get the data, do request, register the information. After he register, we now with register method return for us. So we just according the message, we said the message will be in this way, message, and we see it. So we check the message. If the message is added, so that means the user added, I need to login. After if he added, I would login. So how I do login? You know how we do login, same information, but just calling login script and passing only email and password, the email of the person and the password. If he success and register, so just passing email, password, the email of the user and password of the user to get user information. What I want to get, this script will return for me the user ID, if you remember. So I just run it again, or run synchronous task again. If he success, you now have login. If success, he will return for us message name at login pass. If you don't remember, if you say here, if I have here register, not register, I will call login. So login will return for us login. If he login success, return a message login pass. If he pass, I will get this information. So what I will do, I say, hey, if the login pass, if the message login pass, that means user login, so take the info. The info is string. If you see here, user info is not a JSON. All these are considered as a string because I pass it as a string. So I just converted now from string to JSON object. Then I just get it as an array, and this get first element inside array, because you see this is this array. So after I get the array, here we go, I just take username and pass this username to save data. So the save data could save this information. After I save it, I just close login and finish it to start the activity. If I run it to see how the login work, here we go, I have the screen. So let me say the name will be Hussein Ahmed, because I need two name. I say the password will be a@yahoo.com, and I will say username and your password 12345. And also I will say selecting some image for this user from the computer or from the phone, and click login. Loading, sometime, finish, here we done. If you see, user is added. Now if I go to the database, I have to see, if I select star from login, I have to see this user. If you see, this is all the information for the user. Username, password, all the information. Name, Hussein Ahmed, email, password, and this is the image. This is the direct URL for the image. If I just take this URL and paste it here, I will see the image is uploaded inside Google. I just have direct image. So here you go. This is basically how you log in and how you register. So here we done. Now also, in addition to now we have the user ID also save it inside our app. Now we have it here, the user ID. Here is it. So it should be, if I have it here saving user ID, I have to do something here. After you save the user ID, it's better to update that user ID. That I will say, not this way, sorry. I will say this dot user ID equal that user ID. So make sure you add this line here, because you need to update the real user ID. Or you could after do this one, you could just calling this method. You have too many way. So this is the basic method. Here we go. This is basically after save loading. So the loading will load user ID, because next time when someone open the phone, you will load the information. So yes, here we done, and see you next.